some new stuff in, and we are going to get it thrown up on here. I just got to figure out where I'm going to do it. I'm either going to do it in this garage, or I'm probably going to do it in this garage because I got more space, and I've already moved the car, so that should work. But what I've been waiting to put on, the side skirts, those are finally going to go on. We've got, let's see here, chilling up in this. I'll get these slapped on. They're looking pretty nice. I've already checked them out and looked at them. No damage to them. They were wrapped up extremely well, but they're the In Performance extended side skirts. So they're not the ones that are flared out too much. I didn't want to go too aggressive because I have kids, and obviously, even if I didn't have the kids, it's so wide on that rear end. I don't want to step and then either crack it or break it in any way, shape, or form. So I wanted something that wasn't subtle, you know, slightly aggressive, but, you know, not too crazy to where it doesn't match with everything else I've got going on in the car. So I'm going to take these out, show you guys what they look like, install them, and kind of keep it going from there. And just so you guys can see, it comes with the 3M to put on it too. The good stuff, which is nice. So got plenty to put on both. And then also all the little rivets and self-tapping screws you need to go into it too. Now, I'm not one to like to tap and drill into my bumper already. I really don't want to do this to begin with. But since it's underneath the car and once it's on, it's on. And it really ain't no going back. So it is what it is. You guys can see that looks really good, really good. It's already got the pre-drilled holes in it and everything, so all I've got to do is drill it in once I get it all lined up, and we're good to go from there. Alright, so let's get the M3 moved into the garage. So now all I've got to do on this end is, since I've already got this entire right side skirt cleaned up, is jack it up, make sure this bottom panel area is all completely clean, because once it's on there, it's on there. I'm not taking it off again, unless, you know, it gets destroyed or something. And then just start on the next side. Now, luckily, the F8 chassis on these cars are so stiff, I don't have to jack up the other side. So once I jack up just this, it'll be to the point where I can add everything on without worrying about the car tipping down or flexing weird. Because once this is up, everything is up. I love this freaking car. It is insane how stiff this is. I've got this jacked up, not from the center, but from the very front essentially. And the rear is up too. You probably can't tell from camera, but that entire rear wheel right there is completely off the ground. So yeah, let's get started, get this side skirt fitted on, and see how it looks so far. So for you guys that haven't done this before, it's kind of dummy proof, but they have a clear guideline for you here. And this is where you're gonna put the 3M tape on along that whole following line, or that trail line. And as that's on, you stick it and then stick it up on the car, and then you just put in your self-tapping screws. That's literally it. Alright, and when you've got it all on, you'll see right here that everything lines up kind of like that. It's real basic, really easy, hard to mess up. But I mean, I guess you can mess up anything if you try hard enough. Now, so you guys can see how this looks before it goes on without it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks great without it, but it looks even better with it. Okay, so we've got all the spots screwed in. I've got one screw left to do here, but I can't reach it because of the jack. But it may be hard to tell how much better it looks in person from it, but when you have nothing there before, this adds probably a good ½ an inch to go with the flow of the front. In the rear carbon fiber pieces, it really needed it. It looks fantastic. But yeah, obviously I didn't want to tap any screws, but if you can see under here, there's a few screws there. So 1, 2, you just go through the line. The fitment for the most part was pretty good. It's a little bit off up here. I kind of just made everything that's really matters go there, and I can trim. It's like maybe 6 inches worth of pieces that weren't like completely untrimmed, but for the most part it fits really, really good. I just need to trim that to make it completely flush, but otherwise everything's sitting how it needs to sit. Let's go ahead and lower this down here, but you guys could probably have a pretty good view from here. It looks really good. Like, I mean, it needed that. So let's get this out. Oh shit.
Oh crap. Oh crap.
Way too fast. Did not mean to drop it that fast. But yeah, as you can see, there's still plenty of clearance for a low profile jack if you guys add this, so there's really no need to worry as far as that goes. But hopefully see what I'm talking about right here, that silhouette. Oh yeah, it makes a huge difference. If you don't have side skirts on there, I highly advise doing it because it looks very good. It may be a little bit dirty, guys. As you can see, it's lots of dirt and white sand around everywhere, so I've got some dirt on everything, so obviously it probably doesn't look as good as it should look, but you can see the side skirts from here. It really adds that flair to the car that I've been wanting since I've had it. Not too aggressive, not too small, sticks out a little bit, gives it that nice flair. Man, the car is filthy. It's a lot of dirt. You probably can't see it from the camera on here, but oh man, this thing looks good. It turned out really, really nicely. It flows with my front lip and my rear diffuser. This is of course the M Performance Extended diffuser, or the M Performance Extended Side Skirts, I'm sorry. But yes, this has got the car looking very, very, very good. Get a nice little booty shot so you guys can see from there what you can expect on yours should you want to add it. Yeah, this turned out much better than I thought it would. I mean, of course, you know, it's hard to go wrong with any M mods or any carbon mods on the M cars just because they always tend to look good. But it turned out quite a bit better than I expected it to. It flows really, really nicely. The only downside I'd say is from the complete side. So let's say you're walking up from the side, it's hard to see the side skirts because they look really pencil thin. You can tell there's something there, but you just can't see it like I thought you would. But when you're walking up from, say, the front or from this angle or from the rear, you can see them with no problem. But for instance, I'll show you guys real quick. So now on here, since the camera's at a higher angle, you'll probably see it a little bit. But if you see what I mean, it's like a tiny little sliver, so it doesn't stand out as much as I thought it would. But I guess it really just depends on the angle, because if you see what I mean from here, on the camera it may show up really good here, but you see it's kind of hard to see. Like, you can tell there's something there, but it doesn't hang low like the front and the rear does. I mean, it definitely adds to it, and you can tell there's something there, but it's so thin. I was expecting it to be, you know, quite a bit more pronounced, I guess, so you can really see it all. But I mean, like, see, if I'm walking up to the car from like right here, like, you can see it, but I mean, then again, it's like, is it really there? But then if you're coming from anywhere from the front or the side angle or the rear, you can easily see them. It's just anytime you're walking from the side, which I never walk to my car from the side, but I mean, and of course, yeah, obviously on camera it looks like you can see it the whole way, but if I lower it like right about here, you guys can see yourself, it's super thin, so you really can't tell as much. But overall, I think it turned out great. I love the look. I just need to get the car cleaned up and record a lot of POV videos so you guys can see from both interior and exterior, so you can see what the car sounds like with the mods it's got. It's of course going to be getting a new axle back as well. No one really talks much about it on if the turbo spool can be heard once you switch the axle back. I assume it will because, you know, better flow. And you can hear it pretty clearly right now, but it's not as loud as I would like to be. So I'm going to put something on the rear, probably nothing too crazy, because once I go single turbo, I may get something completely custom done. But right now, it sounds great as it is with the stock axle back and everything else being, you know, essentially straight as downpipes. But the car as it is currently sits great. It's just missing that GTS hood, which I cannot wait to get. It will really add to that flair. I'll probably hang this hood up on the wall. And otherwise, thank you guys for watching. I'll keep trying to upload more, make a little bit better quality videos, and talk to you again.